Welcome to the next session, data types. And this section is really taking us back to the basics. As we have already discussed about few data types that we have explained in section 3 and other sections. So in this section, I will introduce you into more data types, and also I have already introduced you varchar, char, and also for integer that we were working, and they are very useful, but there is a big world outside of those. So what about the things like decimals, or how do we store currency, price information where we have information after the decimal? How do we store things like date and time? Well, we are going to go to things like dates and times. So there is a lot of information that we need to store that doesn't nearly fit into varchar or integers. So this section is all about introducing and surveying those kind of different data types like decimals, dates, and times. Well, we can insert or we can add new data types very essentially. So in this section I will explain you without complexing our data. We'll explain all the data types with very simple examples, and we will focus most probably we will be focusing on dates, times, and timestamps. All right, let's move into the data types. An SQL data type is an attribute that specifies the type of data of any object. Like as I explained before, what are the data types is for explaining the types of data of any object. Okay, so there are different types of data types: string data types, numeric data types, and time and date data types. So let's go ahead and discuss about string data types. And first we are going to explain about char and varchar, which I have already explained you before. And here you can see we can give the value of the size here of the string, and for varchar also we can give the size, but the difference between is the column length and the characters for char is 0 to 255. So char contains letters, numbers, and special characters. Both the varchar and the char contain the numbers and special characters, but if we give any size, the default size will be here. If we are not giving any size, the default is 1. So the size parameter specifies the column length, and which can be from 0 to 255. Varchar is a variable length string. Like if it's the size is parameter is 0 to 655 and 35, and the varchar, it's a variable length string. If you are giving the size like 100 in varchar, and we can enter any values between 0 to 100. So I will explain you with the example on varchar. Binary size is where we use the data types, like this is somewhat equal to char, but it stores the binary byte strings. The size parameter specifies the column length in bytes. So the default value, if you are not giving any size, it's 0. So there are other string data types like var binary, which is equal to varchar, but it stores binary values. Blob is for it holds large objects. If we want to store a big string, we will use blob, and there are tiny blob, maximum length is 255 bytes, and tiny text medium blob, long text. If we want to store a long text string data, if we use long text, this is the value here, 4294967 it's long. It stores long text, and even long blob is more than that blob. This is usually used when we use to store information like email or any customer information like the logs and all. So enum is the string object which can have only one value chosen from the list of possible values. So you can list up to the more than 655k values in enum list. If the value is inserted that is not in the list, a blank value will be inserted. So this is this will be used if we give multiple values. And set value 1 is a string object which can have 0 to more values chosen from the list. You can list up to 64 values. These the enum and set are not commonly used data types. The most thing we want to know is char, varchar, and if you have any binary data, binary like and var binary. Then text we will use, and long text also we can use, and blob. These are the commonly used data types in SQL. Okay, now for explaining about the string data types, I will create a, okay, let's move into a different data types, and we will I'm going to create, okay, as of now we are in the database use. Okay, we can create, we can use the database cats. So as of now we are in the cats database, and I am going to create a table. Let me go ahead and create a table name cat breed. Okay, and if the name of the table is cat breed, and what are the things we are going to insert? We will insert the name. I will give you char as 5. Then I will give the breed as varchar. Breed name is a bit longer, and we can give it as 10, closing the bracket, and let me create the table. Okay, the create table cat breed name char 5 breed varchar. Okay, this has been created, and let me get the values. Oh, I'm sorry, select star from cat breed. Okay, so this is a simple table with name and breed. Now we are going to insert the values, like insert into cat breed, and we will insert the values. Okay, cat insert into dogs, and here we have to give the in bracket what are the things. We will give the name, breed, okay, and then values we are going to give is let me give the cat name as Bob, and the breed, okay, beagle. Okay, this may be a breed or not, I'm not sure. Beagle. Okay, now I have entered the values, and we can give more values here. We can add different names here. I am going to enter Robbie, and the breed is Biggie, and let me introduce more cats to you. We'll change it as a big name, Prince, Jack, which is more than, here we can 5, and the breed name is Retina Cat Kitten, okay, which is more than 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, it's more than 10. So here I'm going to enter the values here for cat, and let me show the table for you now. Okay, let me introduce here also. Okay, let me show you the value for you now. Here is the cat name is Bob Beagle, and like you can see, when I introduce the cat, it is here, it is showing the breed limit is, the limit is here is exceeds the 5. So this won't work out. So what I will give is, it won't get entered. If I give 4, okay, now this will be working, you can see it. Okay, I have entered twice. Here you can see these both will get entered. So but even if we give princess, and this will be working, but it will enter only the first 4 characters, 5 characters here. So we want to give the correct 5 characters. If the size, this is the maximum size, otherwise it will not take the values. You got it? Okay, this is the difference between the char and varchar. And the next portion we will move into the numeric data types. So these are the numeric data types. We have already learned about int, and this is the size parameter, and we have medium int, small int, boolean, and tiny int, bit. And also the integer, it's similar to int. And the other data types we are going to discuss here is float, that is, we have to give the size and the decimal, the total number of digits specified in size. The number of digits after the decimal point is here specified as D. And also float, we have this is a floating point number, and if this is uses a p-value to determine whether to use float or double. So this is the value for, if p is from 25 to 53, it will becomes float, and the data double. And if it is from 0 to 24, the data type will become float. So double size is, we will mention the size here, the total number of digits in space, in total number of digits which is specified in size, and D is the number of digits after the decimal points. And the double precision is, and decimal, here you can see decimal size T, double size T. So this DEC size D is also decimal. So here we will I will give few examples about decimal and decimal here, because most of the prices, then we will discuss about float and double. So I am going to create a table. items with price the size is 5 digits and the decimal is 2. Okay, let me create the table, and I'm going to insert into the price value. Let me go ahead and insert into. Okay, and have given let me go ahead and introduce the value 7, and then I'm going to just give the values here. Let me go ahead and give the values like this. It will gives you in. Okay, these are the things we have. Let me go ahead and enter this. Okay, it will gives the values. Enter the values. 1 second. Okay, these are the tables, and control end, control enter, control enter. Here you can see that I have insert into, sorry, this has been entered. Data truncated because at row 1 here you can see that it has given you the warning because the data is more. We have given 2 as a decimal, and this has been truncated, and here also it shows you the error value. So, and also if you here also you can see this is given an out of range value because this is more than size. So what we have inserted is, okay, the table name is items. So what we have inserted here is this alone. Okay, the 299, and you can see it's all these things will give a if as it is 2 digits, it will be shown as 299, and this thing also it will not gives you 4 decimal point, and here also 34.88 we have got it, but finally the point is the last thing we will get only 00, and this is how and this thing will not get entered because of the out of range. So that's about decimal. And if we want to use the float, I will show you the things like this. Suppose if you are using the price, the create table thingies with price float, this is the syntax, and we are inserting into the values. And let me create the table, and okay, this is the syntax. Create table thingies, price is mentioned as float. And now when I show you the table, okay, this is the table you can see, and if I am giving here, you can see I am giving much bigger value here. Okay, let me go ahead and enter this. This is a bigger value. And if I show you the thingies, it has been entered here, and if I am going to here, can you see this will give you the this will remove the last data from here. So this the float here, in order to eradicate this, we will be using double here. So also you can start using the float, double and decimal with different exercises. You can Google it and find out, you find the exercises, and you can create a table with for a sales, or for a sales data or price data. So these are the data types in numeric data types. And if we want to give the size, we will give it as here the decimal we want. If you want to give any specific value for decimal size, and also if you want to give the number of points after decimal points, we can mention it here. We can declare the value here. And now the different the other type of data types is date, time, and date time. So here are the data types here, which is date. Timestamp will give you the current, the stored as numbers, seconds, and will give you in this format. And also if you want specific format, we can also change it. So there are different formats we can find out. And for data types, time, there are different number of formats where we can Google it and we can find it. I will give you a link. Okay, if I will show you. If you can search it as date and time conversions for the SQL, we can get it like this. You can Google it and find out what are the things we need to get what is the syntax for getting the date conversions and the time for in SQL. So we will be getting different charts so that we will get the date and time. If you want in any particular format, we can get it like this. And let's move into the our creating our data. Like I'm going to create a table named people. Where is the worksheet? Okay, I'm going to create a table named people with name varchar declared as 100 and birth date as date, birth time as time, and birth date together as date time format. Okay, I have created the table. Now I'm going to enter the values. I'm copying and paste the values here because I don't want to type it in here. Okay, I have inserted the values of Padma and Larry for two names here. Let me go ahead and insert the values. So let me go ahead and view the table for you. Select star from people. Okay, so this is the format we are going for. This is date and time, date time format. Okay, this is about date and date time. And also we have, if you want to know about the current date, where is it? Okay, this is date time. And if you want to know about the current date and current time, we can, if you want to use insert here as here, if you want to enter it as current date, we can enter it here. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I will change the name differently. Newborn. Okay, now let me show the table here. The newborn is born in current date and time. Like this we can use now, and if you want to know the current date, this will give you date and time, and if you want to just know the current date, we can enter it CURDAT, that is current date. So if we can format the dates and time, like if you want to know about the day, if you want to know the day of the people, we can use the format, we can use the days table, like that. There are different things we can find out. Let me show you, I will give you an example for that. For that, what we have to do is we can find the date and time functions in SQL. Okay, here. Okay, this is the date and time functions. If you want to add date, you can here give, and if you want current date and different format, if you want just in date, it will be mentioned like this. If you want just an hour, this is the function, and you can see minute returns minute from the argument. If you want the month of the particular date, if we have to give month, and the now is written as we have explained. So these are the different dates and functions you can the date and time functions. Like if you want just the year, it will gives you the year. Week, it will return the year and week. So these are the different functions we can use it with in the as a date and time data types. So you can go through this link and find out. And that's all about the data types, and also like what if you want to know about the timestamps, where I have mentioned like we can use different functions, and you can use the data type name as timestamp, so that you can give the values accordingly. So you can refer to the chart or the chart which I have shown here, the date and time functions. That's all about the data types. In the next class we will discuss about the logical operators, which is more tough, and the data types you no need to by heart. You will, as you start working, it will automatically, you can choose it for your coding. So let's go ahead and let's move on to the next video and about the power of logical operators. Thanks for watching. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.